Live from deep in an underground bunker in East Tennessee, this is America's premier mortgage field services expert, Paul Williams.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome you back to another edition of Foreclosurepedia Podcast. Foreclosurepedia Podcast, presentation of Foreclosurepedia Radio Network, which premieres each Sunday. The date is the 19th of February, 2016. Florida Fast 2016 is underway. That's right, down in DeLand, Florida. We have Team Ironclad putting it on, and Brett Douglas, and we're going to speak with Brett in just a moment. And so we're sitting down and talking with Brett Douglas today. That's Brett Douglas, the owner and founder of Team Ironclad. And we're actually, and I want to put what you're seeing out there today, ladies and gentlemen. This is Gene O'Neill's live feed Periscope. That's Florida Fast 2016. Brett, why don't you give us an update? How's it going down there?
Hey, thanks for having us on, Paul.
My man. How many you got so far?
Well, you know, it's always like we say, man. You know, they come on strong. We ended up with 120 RSVPs, I think, when it all said and done. And I think in our heyday last night, we had almost 50 to 60 people. And then today, we're, what, about 30? Yeah, we're probably about half that today. But, hey, you know what? It's a movement. And I think today with the streaming, especially if you can get that thing on your site, too, you know, we're got a busy afternoon. I think it's real important that we're getting the message out that at least we're making an attempt, right?
Oh, hell yeah. And you know, if you got one person more than yourself, hey, it's successful. I'm looking at this right now through Periscope. This is Gene O'Neill's live feed. Man, that is sharp, my brother. You have done some incredible work. I'm looking over here to the left. That looks like a mock-up of a house, huh?
Yes, sir. That's the our lock mechanism we use for doing the lock changes, lock boxes, the board ups, and the door on the back. It moves, and there's a security door on the back.
Heck yeah. Why don't you give us a little update on what all's transpiring today? What type of modules, and what are you guys really discussing today?
All right. You want to jump in that one, Gene? Here's Gene O'Neill.
Well, we had I did a thing on Bid After the Fact, reviewing that. I think Kelly Ruscombe did a motivational thing. It was his little business that he started or whatever.
We had Chuck with Aspen Grove.
Chuck with Aspen Grove was here going over the Aspen Grove check-in. Also had Eric Miller going over the Academy stuff that's going over. He's actually going to be going over to HUD. The new HUD is.
Yep. The ML 2016.
Yeah, he's going to be going over to new HUD as well. I got that printed out to go over myself because I haven't really sat down and read through it yet. And what else we got, Brett? I don't know.
Well, we're gonna. We have an insurance package this afternoon. We're trying to go in with a new package to see if we can get some interest in the mortgage field servicing insurance.
How so far?
Hey, you got a special guest that just wandered in, Paul.
Who's that?
Hey, Paul, it's Brian Leskowski with ZBN.
Hey, how you doing, sir?
Good, how are you, man?
Hey, pretty good. Can't complain. Wouldn't do any good if I did anyway. So
thought we were going to see you down here.
You've been around the circuits, the conference circuits, if you will. How does this one strike you so far with like zero advertising, zero support? I mean, is it coming off pretty good?
Yeah, I mean, it's totally a different vibe. It's more of an environment where people want to learn, and I think this is something that could grow into something on a larger scale for sure.
Excellent. And back to Brett and Gene. So how has the audience been with respect to engagement with the speakers? Has there been a lot of questions and such?
Yeah, it's been a lot of good engagement and good questions brought up, and I think it's overall been pretty good. I think I'm using my Periscope account now to blast this. I think Brett needs to set up one for FAST itself, and they could also actually probably pull that up onto a monitor system where you could have more people getting involved and some participation going on outside of that to open that up. But at the same time, my thing is it's a free event and contractors don't show up, I would like to see more workers here, to participate in this, and I just think people are not taking advantage of it. And on the social media and everywhere else, I hear people every single day, mostly just bitching and complaining that they can't make money and this is that and this. The opportunity to come talk about it and see people face to face and bring up these questions and concerns that are related to our industry. Why they don't take advantage of that, Paul, is beyond me.
Yeah, I concur with you, and like I've always said, a closed mouth doesn't get fed, and it's easy for everybody, myself included, to bitch about everything under the sun. But if you're not willing to engage, if you're not willing to ask the questions and perhaps consider your own fiefdom might not be correct, you're never going to go anywhere.
Absolutely right. I've been doing this business for a long time, and I'm far from knowing every damn thing. So until I get perfect, which my wife says that's not going to happen any damn time soon, I'll probably still be trying to learn something if that's still possible at an old age.
Well, I have two questions, and I'll let you all go and get down some of that great eating down there in Florida. Incidentally, ladies and gentlemen, this is Florida Fast 2016. We're at the lunch break right now. We're speaking with Gene O'Neill, the owner of For What It's Worth Enterprises Incorporated down in Florida. And we're also speaking with Brett Douglas, the owner and founder of Team Ironclad down in DeLand. My first question, is are you guys recording any of the events that are going on right now, i.e. like the discussion with Chuck, with Mr. Miller, things like that?
Everything since this morning, I kind of showed up a little late.
I think we all did.
Yeah, so
I think we were all late this morning. I was even late to Motivate, Paul.
Yeah, I kind of missed. We kind of missed part of Chuck's presentation this morning. There is some of it there, I believe.
I recorded the very beginning and put it
okay
on Facebook.
So Brett had done regular recording of that.
Yeah.
So after that, the streaming is set up. I think it did get shut off at our first break, and right now it's still live and it's still running, and it should have everything else that's going to transpire today.
Excellent. I'll get Brett to your email. I'll get you some release forms. I'd love to memorialize that so people can learn from it for years to come. And final question, do we have any type of idea of how many states are represented? Like now Brian, or rather Mr. Lazowski is going to be from Ohio. I guess Miller from Ohio.
We definitely have Illinois. We have Michigan. There's some New York, I think. And then anybody else?
Well, hopefully by the end, we can, when it's concluded.
We'll get some more demographics for you.
Excellent. Hey, I appreciate you all. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, we've been speaking with Gene O'Neill For What It's Worth Enterprises Incorporated down in Florida. Brett Douglas, owner and founder of Team Ironclad. He was one of the co-founders of the Florida Fast events. He's down there at Team Ironclad. Give him a holler. Tell him thank you. You can always reach him at 386-774-0800 or 386-774-0200. Always on the web at www.teamironclad.com. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. As usual, you may reach me on Google Plus at D. Paul Williams, LinkedIn, Paul Williams, and the LinkedIn group Property Preservation Consortium, Twitter, Foreclosurepedia. We stream all our podcasts on iTunes, Foreclosurepedia. We have our screencasts over on YouTube, the Foreclosurepedia channel, and always at foreclosurepedia.org. We'd like to give a special shout out to Amazon.com, whom provides our S3 podcast and video storage, and Cloudflare for hosting Foreclosurepedia in 24 different geo-positioned servers, pro bono as well. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to give me a shout out, COO@foreclosurepedia.org.